Hi guys, I'm back here. I'm going to be doing a reading for how the Divine Masculine is currently handling his situation with the karmic partner and their transition state. What steps they need to take in order to move from one situation to the next. I did get a new deck today. Somebody donated to the channel in regards to having me get a new deck. So we are going to be using that. We have three decks now today, so let's see what comes out. All right. I just wanted to say thank you so much to everybody who has been helping this channel grow and has really been seeing that as a thing. Thank you so much. I had 100 new subscribers yesterday, and I was just absolutely blown away by it. So cool. I am absolutely so grateful for it. I did make a Facebook page, and I think I will include that in the link description as well as the donate options. I did want to let you guys know that any sort of donation that goes to this channel is just going to be reinvested back into the channel here for things like a new camera, new decks, things like that. The next big purchase I'd really like to get going is a camera because the camera that I'm using right now is kind of low quality, and not only does it come across in the video distortion, but also it's really what's causing a lot of the audio delays between the videos. So if you've noticed that there is an audio delay, that's what's causing it. And I am well aware of it, and I want to get it taken care of. Just financially, I have to get to that point. So without further ado, let's flip these over, see what we got here. With these being new cards, I will totally read them out for you so you guys know exactly what's shown up here. So, the overall energy for the top reading here is the Four of Cups. So this is somebody that is still in that emotionally dissatisfied place. They're just not happy with whatever emotional situation they've got going on. It's still got that Three of Cups energy, which is very much that third party situation. Being prevalent there. So to me, this really just kind of is saying that they're still stuck in their head about not being satisfied, not being fulfilled with the person that they're currently with. Um, so the first card that we have here, this is the Empress. The Empress is obviously going to be representing the Divine Feminine. This is somebody that they see in their full beauty. The Four of Swords. This is contemplation, meditation. Someone that's withdrawn so that they can go internally and think about everything in their situation. I do associate the Four of Swords typically in alignment with kind of somebody that's getting over heartbreak, just because the representation of the Three of Swords and then one sword underneath it, kind of portraying the Ace of Swords. That is that like mental breakthrough that comes after the heartbreak, through a time of reflection and kind of withdrawing. The Moon is the next card here. The Moon is associated with illusions, things being in the dark, kind of hidden pathways, things of that nature. The moon also, to me, right now, with us starting to come towards this full moon in the next 6 days, could be a representation of time period. This could be a representation of the full moon because it's actually depicted in this card. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it because I kind of crap camera, but it is actually depicted in this deck as a full moon. So maybe a sign of synchronicity. We will see. The next card we have here is the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is going to be a representation of the Divine Feminine and their emotional state. The Queen of Cups is obviously a very loving lady, and nurturing, caring, compassionate, friendly, loving, nurturing. The final card here, the fifth card here, is Judgment. So Judgment is a card that comes in, and it oftentimes represents a decision that has been made or a decision being made. As well, it can represent new beginnings. It could be the return of something. We will see more. All right. So I'm going to move right into this second deck here. I did pre-shuffle, pre-pray. I figure you guys probably know that I do that by now, and I'm very consistent about it. I just take them off the video, or I have taken them off the video because I feel like it saves just a couple of extra minutes, and it's kind of personal, private time for me anyway. So, if you guys do care to see me do that every time in the beginning of the videos, feel free to let me know, and I will take it into consideration. We'll see how much time it takes. I think is really what it's going to come down to, because getting these videos out with the upload times and everything like that, and just straightforward, the amount of time people have to watch these videos. So, the overall message here from this layout was the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands depiction in this deck is somebody coming from like a long dark tunnel, right? They've just been moving through this tunnel, and they've been always able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. But this is about them actually breaking through that tunnel and finally coming to the other side of it, where they're in the light finally. Okay. So, underneath the Empress here, we have the Hermit. The Hermit is somebody that has taken some time away, some alone time. So, maybe if your Divine Masculine has, I don't know, let's say they went on like a business trip, or they took a weekend to get away, or something like that. Just some real private time alone from everybody. They might have even cut their karmic partner off for a little bit here so that they could reflect. They might not be taking text or anything like that, and just said, hey, I need a week to myself, or a couple of days to myself, something like that. That's really a representation of the Hermit, because they basically go internal to reflect on everything so that they can get the insights that they need and have that illumination to their thinking. Because ultimately the Hermit gets broken when they find the insight that they're looking for. So, I do see that the Hermit probably is in reflection to this, the Four of Swords here, which is that same, withdrawal, pull back, meditate kind of energy. And with this comes in the Tower. So the Tower we keep seeing pull up again and again and again for the Divine Masculine. To me, this just means we're probably getting closer and closer to whatever this event is going to be. This could be, it's being depicted here that the Tower comes after a state of reflection. So this could be them all of a sudden just maybe having like an emotional breakdown, or a surge of emotions where they're realizing that they've maybe made some poor choices that have led them to this. And I'm really feeling that with the Tower in a reflective state like that, it's going to be something internal that all of a sudden either some event will trigger this these thoughts, whether it's just like they're hanging out, watching TV, and a song comes on or whatever, or maybe they just get like a huge series of synchronicities that they just cannot ignore, and it's just causing this abundance of feelings. Because I really am feeling like this has something to do with the heartbreak going on, and them being in reflection over it. This could just be, your song that you two have been listening to together coming on the radio for them, and then them just breaking down because of it. Something like that. Some sort of, maybe they see old pictures. The Moon with the Queen of Pentacles. This is an interesting card because, interesting combination. Because I feel like this is either them starting to see the Divine Feminine in maybe a new light, in like a financial or a home situation. They might be starting to realize that the Divine Feminine, or their feelings associated with the Divine Feminine, had a lot of illusions about them, like that they weren't all founded, or like let's say that they thought the divine feminine was really irresponsible in this way, shape, form, or another, and all of a sudden they have a new light show to it, and they're like, oh, well, this makes sense. This is why this person acts this way because of everything that's transpired. And to me, I don't know why I'm picking up on this, but I'm getting this feeling of like accountability that like maybe they're starting to see from the divine feminine side that maybe they hadn't seen before. I don't know, guys. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind, obviously. So maybe that's just a message for some people, but I'm definitely seeing that kind of an energy here. The Queen of Cups with the Page of Swords. So, this is an interesting scenario here because I definitely view the Page of Swords as the karmic partner. So I think to me they are looking at the difference between the two people. I feel like they're looking at the karmic partner, they're looking at the divine feminine, and they're really seeing that the divine feminine is the emotional choice, and that maybe stuff that's been going on with the karmic partner has really probably been angsty and petty and not turbulent. Maybe what they used to have has taken a change from what used to be maybe slightly fulfilling to just being something that might be less bearable. And I feel like they're really looking at the two of these people here. Okay, um, the Judgment comes in here with the Eight of Pentacles. So the Eight of Pentacles is all about hard work and growing what you've been working towards. So to me, if they've been really investing in something, they might have been with this karmic partner, but all the same, they might have actually been investing their emotions elsewhere. They might have been investing them kind of in both people, but really, which one's going to be the fertile ground to grow on? Because whoever is the real fertile, the fertile soil or fertile project to grow from is the plant that's going to grow the most. So, despite whether their actions and where they have been, if they've been putting in emotion and maybe it is a less is more kind of thing here where they may have not shown you all the time and energy and effort that they needed to, but that doesn't mean that they haven't emotionally invested or put some sort of investment in there. And with this being a twin flame connection, this could easily be one of those things where, like the messages that you send back to the divine masculine, the conversations, the time you have, even though it might be less than what they're getting out of their counterpart, it might mean more. It might just have more weight to it. Because this is something that's growing here. So, let's get some more clarifiers here. Alright. Well, I like that. So here we have the Ace of Cups with the Six of Cups under the Hermit. So this looks like they've come from this state of reflection here. And really looking at the Empress throughout all that she is. Sorry, I'm still learning the depictions of the cards, obviously. I just got these decks today. So I will get better with them throughout time. But they're super pretty. I hope I can get a better camera to show them off a little bit because I am pretty proud of them. But the Ace of Cups with the Six of Cups is about an emotional new beginning with someone that's being either nostalgic or a person from your past. So to me, this really comes across as them wanting this emotional new beginning after this time of reflection. They've sat there and they've thought about it and they've thought about it and they've thought about it, and they want this emotional new beginning with the divine feminine. They want it with the person from their past because they just can't quit thinking about this person. This person is constantly on their mind, and it's just driving them crazy. They think about them every single day. You can just tell, even if they're not relaying that message. I promise you, this person is just thinking about you every single day right now. You are constantly on their mind, and this is weighing very heavily on them all around. All right. Sorry, had to get a drink of tea there. Alright, so under the tower, let's see, oh, 3 cards. Cool. Alright. Whale shit. The tower under their reflection state, right? This is about them leaving a situation and taking the necessary risks because ultimately, I mean, with their 4 of Cups energy up here, whatever situation they're currently in, it's just not fulfilling to them. It's no longer beneficial to them. There's too much turbulence. There's too much turmoil. There's been just too much shit that's happened, to be quite frank, between them and probably their karmic here. We'll know more when we get to the karmic, obviously, but this is definitely them deciding to leave because the tower is like this abrupt thing that comes through, right? And we have more tower right after they leave, so they're gonna go through some pretty big, like a pretty big shitstorm here, to be totally real with you guys. Basically, something is gonna come into their life that is gonna trigger like some sort of emotional thought pattern or this over here, them wanting to be with somebody else while they're in, you know, an entirely different situation. Like that kind of turmoil, you know, is what's going to basically cause this. Like eventually that kind of weight and having constant signs and synchronicities and reminders and just this, that, and the other. Maybe they see a picture of the divine feminine out having fun on social media or hear stories from like a mutual friend of this person. And it's just one too many, and it's just the straw that breaks the camel's back kind of emotionally and lets this emotional floodgate open up. And when this happens, they leave, right? And them leaving is going to cause just a shitstorm for their life. Maybe the karmic partner has, you know, been there, you know, with them kind of bouncing back and forth between the divine feminine and the karmic. Maybe this also could be the karmic finally just being like, no. Or them just being like, no, I'm done. This is it. I can't go any further. I just can't go any further. And to me, this comes across, like, and I don't know why I'm picking this up, but this comes across as, like, a very big argument. Like, a argument that's not recoverable from. Like, 2 people just kind of get set in their ways and decide that this is it. This is done. And, you know, blocking, no more talking, kind of scenario that I'm really picking up out of this here. And with this is through the tower, they see all the illusions. They're seeing everything for what it truly has been. They are now seeing that all the different paths that they've taken with this person. Some of them have been good. Some of them have been fulfilling and rewarding. I'm really picking up on a lot of it probably being more financially rewarding, or even, you know, just rewarding in like different paths that they may have not been able to explore without this other person. But they're also seeing the demons in here, in their choices. So the 7 of Cups here, you can see like there's a dragon. Let me get closer here. And in the top, it's going to be the top right for you guys. It's going to be a snake. And then there's like a kind of empty looking person there. That's a hologram or an illusion altogether. Maybe fakeness. So they're seeing this as maybe like all the things, all the choices have just been completely empty, shallow, and unfulfilling. Not what they've needed, and a lot of the different paths have taken them to situations that they might not have enjoyed, liked, or appreciated. This person might have started treating them pretty poorly as things have come out, and they're just done with it. They're done with it. No more. No more for this. This to me, it looks like somebody that just like finally says enough is enough, shuts the door, and never opens it again. That's really kind of the feeling I'm getting here. Obviously, you know, that's not going to be the case for everybody, but you know, this is really kind of the energy I'm getting. I think some people and some situations that are going on here, their divine masculine and karmic partner are about to have a pretty big fight that ultimately leads to the end of that relationship altogether. So So with the moon, we have the Queen of Pentacles here. Um, this could be them obviously seeing the divine feminine in a new light. You know, through the darkness, all of a sudden having illumination and intuition show up here. Um, let's see what we get here. So we have the world and then the moon again showing up. So I'm really, guys, I'm really picking up on this, and I'm not sure what's up with this. But with the prevalence of the moon here, and this being a full moon, and then the moon showing back up again, I really, really am truly feeling that this is a time frame, because the world is all about the changing of chapters and the changing of cycles. And lunar cycles oftentimes play a pretty big role in a lot of people's lives. You might notice that that as you go into the new moon, you might be feeling kind of at your low points, and it's really that time to start manifesting. And as you start to move towards the full moon, that it's time to start receiving. It's the time when things start coming in and the energy really starts picking up. And you start seeing people kind of even act maybe a little bit crazy or just impulsive, because all of a sudden, you know, these energies are just so prevalent and strong. So this might occur closer to the full moon. Let me know, I guess. I will keep you in the loop on my situation. With the Queen of Cups and the Page of Swords here, this is them looking at both the people in their life, the two emotional choices, right? So they have the Knight of Swords and the Nine of Cups. So to me, this is them running from whatever situation is in regards to the Page of Swords here, their karmic partner. This is them just charging in with some sort of haste and action, and it's going to be probably abrupt and not necessarily entirely thought out. Or maybe it has been thought out, but it's like they had like these ideas of having these crazy elaborate conversations and get like 10 words in and the conversation goes complete shit, and nothing that they were planning on saying even comes out because it just turns into like a yelling match, right? And the reason that they're doing this is because they're chasing after this Nine of Cups. They're tired of being in this Four of Cups here. They don't want to be in the Three Cups with the one cup behind them. They want this cup over here, and they want this Six of Cups. You know, they want the return of their lover. They're tired of feeling emotionally unfulfilled, and just sitting there being stuck in that energy and going like, well, when the hell are things going to ever change with my karmic partner? I've been waiting, I've been patient, you know, I've been promised this, and this, and it's just not coming. It's just not coming. It's them coming to the realization that shit's never going to change between them, right? They realize that they are very much, after they've invested all this time, energy, effort, gone through the trials with this person, put in the extra effort, that nothing's going to change. And that all they're going to get is more of the same with this person. Not that the karmic partner is a bad person, or at least not all of them, I should say that. I'm sure some of them are absolutely horrible out there. So I don't want any messages in the thing saying, like, you don't know this about the karmic. Don't, please don't. Please? Okay. So the Nine of Cups is them chasing after this, right? Because they know what they want. They want it over here. They're tired of seeing it. They're tired of not being able to hold on to what's theirs, what they know is theirs. That love and that real wish fulfillment, that real happiness, and they know that when they have this Nine of Cups here, that they'll get the other cup coming in, you know, the 10th cup here, and that complete emotional fulfillment. They know where to go find it. They know where it's at. And they're just trying to get there, and they know what they have to do, and they have to do this which is the Knight of Swords, which is them just kind of cutting through the bullshit and going straight for what they know they need to do, and with haste, because they're probably starting to feel this really big time crunch with the energy, and they're probably saying, how long has it been since I've talked to my divine feminine? What happens if I don't make a choice here really soon? Because if I don't, I might lose this person forever. They could move on. People move on in their life, and just whether or not they think this is a fated divine connection, this is them starting to feel the pressure of realizing that even if it is, if they don't make a choice here soon, that you might not wait forever for them, and that they might lose their opportunity to have this connection now. Not necessarily forever. They might not be in that mindset of thinking that they'll lose you forever, but it might be like, well, do I want to wait, 1, 2, 3 more years? And the answer is no. They don't want to wait 1 or 2 or 3 more years, because them waiting that period of time, who are they going to be with? Are they going to stay in this situation where they're pissed off and want to leave it, and they're going through all these crazy arguments and shit? No, that doesn't make any sense. Who the hell wants that, right? Like, that's just some real logical side of everything here. So with Judgment and the Eight of Pentacles, this is them investing in your guys' situation, right? And what basically comes and grows from it, because they've been putting their energy and effort in there. So, because they've been investing their time, energy, and effort, and you have been investing your time, energy, and effort back at them, this has been one of those things that, even though it may have been imbalanced, the amount of time, energy, and effort, less is more in this case, is kind of the what I'm getting here, is that this is a quality over quantity kind of thing, and this is what gives them the strength and the courage to continue to go down this path. This is them moving away from all this shit and going like, dude, if I want this 10 of Pentacles, if I want the happy home life with marriage and the kid and the 2 dogs and a home, I've got to move away and go into what I've been investing into. I gotta head into that direction here. I think I am going to just pull 1 card from each and kind of see what messages come up. Before I do that, let's just see here. 9 of Pentacles is the overall energy reading for this here. So the 9 of Pentacles is all about their fruits being ready to pick. The time is now. The time is probably the moon, if I can be real with you. With the presence of 2 moons here and me just picking up on this full moon, it's really kind of coming across very synchronistic to me. So, it's ready to pick. It's ready to pick. It's ready to go. All right, let's pull a card from here and see what I have come across. We have the presence of the 9 of Swords. This changed our energy on the bottom of the deck to the 6 of Swords, them leaving. We have the presence of the Knight of Pentacles. Are being changed here from the 9 of Pentacles. We have the 3 of Pentacles here being represented. And we have the 7 of Wands as an overall ending message here. So this to me reads very much like this. The 9 of Swords energy is all about somebody having sleepless nights and anxieties and kind of night terror energy. Them being really just stressed out. And they've been stressed out for a long time. For a long time about this. This isn't like something that all of a sudden the last couple of weeks. This is like this reoccurring thing that just keeps happening again and again and again for them. The Three of Pentacles representation in this deck, in particular, it's not the same as the other deck. It's about movement forward and success, and kind of the materialization of ideas or thought processes. So to go from the 9 to the 3 like this is saying that for them to get out of this Nine of Swords energy, they have to embrace the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is about somebody standing their ground and going through the battles. And ultimately, I'm really picking up that this goes right here, on this, right? So basically, them going through this situation, not only do they have to have this kind of falling out and break up and everything like that goes on, but it's going to require them to stay in that. Like they have to continue to fight that. It's not like we broke up one time and then 2 weeks later you're talking, or a week later you're accepting apologies. It's like, no, done. Keep the fight up and stay strong here. With the overall energy here as the Knight of Pentacles, this comes to me as a message from them saying, hey, I realize that this is something that's going on and this has got to happen. And the Hermit ending energy here is them saying that they realize this through reflection, through that reflective state, that them going back in the past has been what's repeating this cycle. So their intuition is basically kicked in and has helped them realize that they're going to have to fight this after the fact of leaving said situation. That it's not just a one-time battle, but it's going to probably be a continuous battle of them standing their ground. And if they're leaving somebody blocked, or if they have text messages come in, that they're going to have to kind of ignore them and go that route. I hope this reading has been helpful. I hope you guys like the new deck. It's super pretty. It's got these really cool, I don't know if you'll be able to tell on camera here, but it's like golden edged here. I love it. So thank you for the donations. That's really allowing this to happen. I really would love to get a new camera here ASAP so we can deal with any sort of the audio lag, as well as just better picture quality. Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't like to see these pretty cards a little bit better, right? So, like, comment, share, subscribe. You guys have all been so great. I am so glad I don't have to go through my comment section like I hear a lot of other readers have had to do because of negative comments and things like that. I appreciate you guys being so great and gracious and leaving me nothing but beautiful messages. It's really keeping me going. It's keeping me in high spirits. And I just wish you guys all the best on your journey here. I'm totally available for private readings. I think I will include prices as well as the Facebook link for you. I think that's everything. If you've made it to this video, please leave a like. Thank you.